The alien girl recognized me by my scent. I had saved her years ago. The station bazaar bustled with noise and life, filled with scents of strange spices, flickering neon signs, and the shouts of traders haggling in 5 languages. I was just passing through. Cargo drop, refuel, maybe a drink before moving on. That was the plan. Then she stopped in front of me. A girl, no, a woman now, stood in the middle of the crowd, frozen like she'd seen a ghost. Her eyes were wide, glowing faintly in the light. Violet irises with silver rings. Her skin was a deep green blue. Her hair a silken cascade of pale white strands wrapped with golden bands. Her clothing was simple but elegant, draped in traditional Varellan fabric. "It's you," she whispered. I blinked. "Do I know you?" She stepped closer. "I know that scent. Rainwater. Burnt metal. Warmth. That was specific. You remember my scent?" Her expression was unreadable, but her voice trembled. "You pulled me from the burning wreckage of Pod 9, 15 years ago. I was a child, barely breathing. My family was gone, but I smelled you through the smoke. I never forgot it. The memory slammed into me like a ship hitting atmosphere. Pod 9, the rescue mission, the fire, the girl with shattered breathing mask who clung to my chest as I carried her through collapsing corridors. I remembered. You were the one with the gold armband," I said slowly. She nodded, tears forming. "I thought you didn't make it," I said. "The medics said your chances were low." "I almost didn't," she replied. "But I lived, and I spent years trying to find you. I even sketched your face from memory, over and over, but they never had a name." I shook my head, amazed. I never expected to be remembered. She smiled faintly. "Our kind doesn't forget scent, especially when it's tied to survival, to safety." There was a pause between us, thick with meaning. "What's your name now?" I asked. She bowed slightly. "Kyra, of House Nell." House Nell. That meant she was royalty, or at least high nobility. "I guess a lot's changed since then," I said. She laughed softly. "You have no idea. I became a scholar, then a speaker. I lead aid missions across 5 sectors. But all of that was built on one moment. One man pulling a dying child from fire. I didn't know what to say." She stepped even closer. "And yet, here you are, walking through a market as if the universe isn't folding on itself." "I didn't think anyone remembered that mission," I said. "I did," she said simply. "And now I want to know who you are. Just a cargo run of these days." I replied, "I go where the work goes." "Not anymore," she said. I blinked. "Excuse me?" Kyra tilted her head. "You saved me once. Let me return the honor. Come with me." "To where?" "To Nelanar, my homeworld," she said. "You'll be my guest. My people will want to meet you. I'm not really the diplomatic type." She smiled wider now. "That's fine. Just be yourself. That's all you were when you saved me." 2 days later, I stood on the surface of a planet that looked like a watercolor painting come to life. Sky in shifting hues of teal and lilac, trees that glowed with soft bioluminescence, and towers carved from crystal rising above cascading rivers. They treated me like I was a hero. Food, stories, ceremonial dances. I wasn't used to any of it. I tried to stay quiet, polite, respectful. But Kyra was always beside me, guiding me through it all. She had grown into someone powerful, wise, sharp, graceful. But when we were alone, the weight lifted from her shoulders, and she spoke to me like the little girl I'd saved, full of curiosity and warmth. On the 3rd night, we sat beneath a sky filled with slow-moving stars. "I used to dream of this," she said softly, "of seeing you again. I imagine I'd cry or freeze, but now I just feel peace." I still don't think I deserve any of this, I said. She turned to me. Do you know what you gave me that day? I didn't answer. You gave me time, she said. A future. I gotta grow up. To laugh again. To study music. To speak in front of thousands. Because you made a decision to run into fire for someone you didn't know. That's what anyone would have done. No, she said. Not anyone. You. There was a long silence between us. Then she reached forward and touched my hand gently. I memorized your scent because I needed something to hold on to, and now it brought me back to you. I looked at her, seeing not just a woman, not just a girl, but the life I had helped protect. And I realized something strange, something deep, something terrifying. I didn't want to leave. I stayed longer than I should have. Days turned into weeks. We toured cities, hiked glowing cliff trails, sat in meditation rooms where the walls shimmered with color and sound. I started to feel like I belonged there, not as a guest, not as a legend, but as someone real. Kyra and I grew closer. We laughed more. She leaned her head on my shoulder when we watched the twin moons rise. And one evening, she asked me quietly, "What if you didn't leave?" "I don't know how to stay still," I said. "You wouldn't be still," she whispered. "You'd be home." And when she leaned in and pressed her forehead to mine, her people's gesture of trust, of intimacy, I let myself believe, just for a moment, that maybe the fire I ran through years ago had led me somewhere worth staying. Not to glory, but to her,